G'day folks, welcome to the latest instalment of the Brothers Weekly Wrap. This week, well, what a weekend. We had a very fortunate series of events on Friday night when we took on the Atherton Roosters. Firstly, thanks to Atherton for agreeing to travel down after work on a Friday to play the games. It's a pretty rare treat that we get to play Friday nights, especially at our home ground, and it was certainly an occasion that didn't let anybody down. We got off to a really great start with the under-18s. They were just too strong. They were very good in a pretty clinical 46 points to 18 win over Atherton. Atherton was short on numbers, but they were certainly big on heart in that game. Our guys played some really good footy. I think that when they played nice and direct with just some good, strong power running, the opposition really sort of struggled to contain them, and when we tried to be a little bit too flashy, a few errors started to creep in. So hopefully there's a lesson learnt there, but congratulations to Bobby Berg and his players for their performance on the weekend. That led into our reserve grade side. Again, they were a bit too strong for Atherton. Callan Dunbar would have to be very impressed with the scoreline of 42 points to 0. Any coach is always going to be happy with a donut next to the opposition's name. It speaks volumes for your defence, and especially when you do get out to a pretty healthy lead, you can be guilty of sort of taking the foot off the pedal a little bit with your defensive attitude, your urgency, and just your motivation to keep your scoreline intact. And fortunately at the weekend we were able to do that, and 42-0 is very comfortable. And quite a good result for the boys. So they remain undefeated as well, along with the under-18s, and hopefully that trend can continue into the future. Those two games led into the A-grade clash. Wow, what a beginning. Essentially, we got off to a really good start. A really nice set of 6. Got to our kick really well. Unfortunately, a penalty led to a piggyback down the field, and that's essentially where the rot set in. For us, Atherton were just so good, and they were able to race out to an 18-0 lead in a very short matter of time. They really just blew us off the paddock early. So Atherton just with some good footy, they were able to turn a few opportunities into points. We trailed at half time 20 points to 16, but I was really happy with our defensive effort. At half time we'd completed less than 50% of our sets, whereas Atherton were near on perfect, getting through 14 of their 15 sets with the ball. So we really did have to be good defensively. Atherton's tries throughout the match coming from 2 intercepts and 3 kicks. But we went into the Sheds down 20 to 16 at half time, having completed under 50%. So that was obviously disappointing, but I was certainly proud that we were able to limit them to only 3 tries at half time. Leading into the second half, well, I guess we sort of picked up where we left off and continued to turn the ball over cheaply, whereas Atherton continued to make sure that they completed their sets and got to their kicks, and they did it really well. For the game, we completed 51% against 88%, and so for us to put ourselves in a position to win the game really did speak well of our defence. Sounds a little bit ridiculous when you concede 33 points, but we really limited the amount of metres they made, and the points that Atherton did score came off the back of 2 interceptions and 3 tries from kicks. So as a coach, I am really pleased with our defensive effort. What I'm most pleased about, though, is our ability to never say die and play out the entire 80 minutes, trailing by 7 points with only 4 minutes to go. Most teams would be excused for putting a cue in the rack, but we were able to be up really strongly, have them kick out of their end. Pretty fortuitous bounce off one of their players straight into James Doulas' hands. Doulas was good enough to beat several defenders and race away to score that try and set up a real grandstand finish, and that's exactly what happened. We were able to score with a minute left to play. Some nice lead-up work from our big guys in the middle. Mapelli shifted the ball to that man again, James Doula, who was able to do some exceptional work to beat a few and then get a nice offload away to Broski. Emery Hunia on the wing, who was good enough to land a pinpoint chip kick back in the field to Mapelli. It was beautiful to watch, and I think the emotion that the players showed at full time after scoring that try really summed up the feeling of the club at the moment. We've got a lot of guys who are all playing for each other, and that's all we can ask for as a club. So that's 2 weeks in a row where it's been really pleasing. Against Yarrabah, we were able to defend repeatedly through their onslaught to hold on to a victory, and then at the weekend against Atherton, we were able to attack our way to a win. So all signs are pretty positive, and they need to be, because we're about to enter a very tough phase where we play essentially top 5 sides over the next 5 weeks, and that begins this weekend with Innisfail Leprechauns in Innisfail. They weren't grand finals last year for no reason, and led the minor premiership all season for a reason. They're going to be very tough. They've got strike power across the paddock, and they're led well with a couple of former NRL players with Ty Williams and Rod Jensen, Colin Wilkie and Anthony Perkins. So they're going to be a very tough opposition down at Callender Park on Saturday. Hopefully we can continue our winning run. So hopefully we can see as many Cairns Brothers supporters make the trek down there, bring their voice and bring their passion and cheer the boys home, hopefully to another win this weekend in what is the first round of the Cairns Hardware Challenge as well. So a little bit of silverware up for grabs. Until next week, go the fish.